Shalom, shalom, call halal, YAHAWAH, BAHASHAM, YAHWASHI, BAHASHAM, QADASH. That's giving all praise to the Most High, in the name of His only begotten Son, in the name of the Holy Spirit. My name is Bar from the Prophets in Babylon, camped down here in Tampa, Florida. I'm going to give double honors to the elders and apostles and head bishops of Great Millstone, teaching me well. Peace and salutations to the whole full elect scattered abroad. In this article you see on the screen, it came from the Newsbreak app. I just saw it pop up on my screen. And I was actually planning on doing another lesson, but I saw this, so I figured I'll knock this out real quick. This is more pestilences, man. More pestilences, more, it's gonna lead to more mandates. They might want you to get a V for this now, man. So this is why you're gonna need to trust in the Lord, man, because at the end of the day, it's not gonna stop, man. All right, it's not gonna stop. It's going to get worse and worse, and you're going to keep pushing this madness about pestilence, this pestilence, this pestilence, that pestilence. And a lot of this shit they made in the lab, man. Like we always mention how this whole Russia-Ukraine thing started because they found over 30 biolabs in Ukraine. Pretty much when a biolab is, that's a lab where they experiment on pathogens, man. That pathogens that pretty much viruses and stuff, man. And they got exposed for all that stuff, man. There was one of these labs that got raided or whatever, and they found a vial that said rage virus. And the rage virus is what you saw in that movie, World War Z. If you haven't watched it, go watch it. Was that World War Z? It was one of those movies. But one of them had the rage virus, okay, and it caused people to pretty much go crazy, and pretty much zombies, okay? Zombies. All right, so we're gonna read a little bit of this article, and I haven't read it yet, but we're just gonna touch on it and see what we can get out of this in the spirit. It says avian flu spreads to more than 30 states, public health threat deemed low. So they always do this. They'll come out and say, they'll tell you this is happening. It spread to 30 states, and they'll say public health threat deemed low. Like, don't worry about it right now. And then in 24 hours, they're gonna say, oh my gosh, people are dying from this. It's madness. We need a shot for this, a shot for that. April 16th, a highly contagious avian flu had spread to more than 30 states by Saturday, but the risk to the public health is low, according to the Center for Disease Control and Prevention. So the CDC is always in there somewhere, right? and why are they the Center for Disease Control? Why are they controlling it? Why? Because they're the ones that's putting it out there, man. It says a U.S. Department of Agriculture confirmed in a statement that the avian flu has spread to a commercial chicken flock in Lancaster County, Penn, and the domestic chicken flock in Utah County. And so there you go, boom. Now they're gonna recall the chickens, okay? Making what? A food shortage. You see how all these plagues are cumulating with each other? They go hand in hand. One thing leads to another. It's like a domino effect. Pennsylvania and Utah are among more than 30 states where the bird flu H5N1 has spread since January, CDC data shows. While the virus spreads easily among birds with more than 27 million affected since January, so now they testing all the birds. According to CDC data, no human cases have been found in the United States. So they listen. They wait to get all the way down to the tell you that this is why these people they want to keep you in fear. They want to keep you afraid. So there ain't been no human cases, but it's just they've been testing the birds. It's in the birds, and then it's going to the chickens, and then it's not, and now it's in the meat. So they got to now they send it. Pretty much going to tell you they're recalling the meat. The CDC previously announced that current strains lack the changes seen in previous strains that rose the risk for infection and severe illness. Based on past experience with earlier H5N1 bird flu viruses and what is known about the group of viruses from existing epidemiologic and genetic sequence data, CDC believes that the health risk to the general public is low. Blah, 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 blah. In England, one human case was reported to the World Health Organization in January of a person who raised birds, but the case has remained clinically asymptomatic and is now considered to be not to not be infectious. So, as you see, that's what they do. You know, they play on your emotions, man. They want you people on edge. They want you afraid. They want you scared. They want you, bugging out, losing your mind, going crazy, in a constant state of fear. Because when you're in a constant state of fear, they can better control you. Only one person got it in England, man. But they're talking about how avian flu spreads to more than 30 states. The public health threat is deemed low. So they're saying it's spreading, right? Let me see. It says, still the flu has affected consumers' pocketbook since egg and poultry prices have increased. So this flu is messing up the meat, It's messing up the meat. The average weekly price for large eggs was up 14% compared to the same time last year. The U.S., so there you go. Inflation, food going up, prices going up. It's like 44%. That's a lot. That's almost half. The average weekly price for large eggs was up 44%. So the price of eggs is going up, man. You're going to go to the grocery store. You used to be able to go in there and get a carton of eggs for like $1 and some change. Now you're going to go in there, it's going to be $8 for a carton of eggs, man. And they all going to be fucking broken. Wholesale poultry prices were up 4% in February, but the USDA has predicted that the prices could rise to between 9% and 12% later this year. The University of Minnesota Raptor Center has advised people to take down backyard bird feeders and bird baths while the virus is circulating. So there you go, man. Somehow this, bird flu is gonna, is gonna lead to pestilence, man. Or these pestilences are going to lead to food shortages and inflation and all types of other stuff, man. Okay, starvation, famine, ultimately, And this is just the beginning. This is just the beginning. This ain't just going to blow over. And this ain't just for one day, a couple of days, a couple of weeks. No, this is for now on here in America, man. Okay. So like, yeah. So let's grab some scriptures, Let's grab some scriptures. Because when you understand what time we in, these things have to come to pass, man. Okay, these things have to come to pass. Okay. And when they come to pass, we're going to understand exactly what these scriptures were talking about. We're going to see it, man. The Lord said, only with thine eyes shall thou see the reward of the wicked. People are going to literally be starving to death. There's going to be no more food in stores. Hey, you can expect to see less chicken on the shelves. Okay. Let's go right here. It says Matthew chapter 24, verse. Let's start at verse 3. It says, and as he sat upon the mountain of Olives, the disciples came unto him privately, saying, tell us, when shall these things be? And what shall be the sign of thy coming? The Lord making his second coming. And of the end of the world, not the world itself, but this world, this society, this system, this current rulership, man. It says, and Yahawashi answered and said unto them, take heed that no man deceive you. For many shall come in my name, saying, I am anointed, and shall deceive many, like all these false camps and false teachers. I have false prophets. And ye shall hear of wars and rumors of wars, like the Ukraine and Russia thing. And, see that ye be not troubled, for all these things must come to pass, but the end is not yet. So though we hearing about these wars of Russia and Ukraine, Jake thinks it's gonna be World War III tomorrow. No, man. Okay, we got we still got a lot to go through before all hell ultimately breaks loose out here, man. A lot of prophecy has to come before the Lord comes. Okay. It says, Verse 7, for nation shall rise against nation and kingdom against kingdom, and there shall be famines. This avian flu is going to lead to famines. Okay, less poultry on the shelves, less eggs on your shelves, and the prices are going to go up. And pestilence says this flu is a pestilence within these birds that's traveling to the meat. And earthquakes in diverse places. All these are the beginning of sorrow. This is just the beginning, man. This is just the beginning, okay? It's just the beginning. This is only the beginning, brothers and sisters. We haven't seen nothing yet. The hell has not even begun, okay? Well, it's just beginning, I should say. Then shall they deliver you up to be afflicted and shall. That's pretty much the point on that. I ain't made this too long. Because what this is going to do, this is going to lead to ultimately people losing their mind and pretty much putting each other to death, man. Okay, this is going to lead to America being a fucking hell, a battle zone, you know, hell on earth. 2 Ezra chapter 15, verse 14. Woe, which means destruction to the world and to them that dwell therein. For the sword and their destruction draweth nigh. And one people shall stand up and fight against another, and swords in their hands, meaning they're going to have weapons in their hands. They ain't going to be stand up to fight with one another, you know, with, you know, fists. They're going to have weapons, guns, knives, bats, crowbars, screwdrivers, you name it. People going to be stabbing each other out. You know, all types of matters going to be going on, man. And the reason why is because of this right here. For there shall be sedition among men, and invading one another, they shall not regard their kings nor princes. They don't care about the cops and going to jail and the authorities. And of course, their actions shall stand in their power. In the last video, I told you how I just saw a video about a woman getting ran over, man. And the man was deranged. He didn't care about the cops at that moment. He was trying to, you know, he ran over, backed up, ran over again, backed up, ran over again. You coming into that time where it's going to be crazy out here, man. And all you heard was a woman screaming underneath the car. All right. She was running. He was chasing her down with a car, you know, showing you that, hey, man, this thing is about to turn up. This thing is about to get uncomfortable here. If you don't know YAHAWASHI and YAHAWASHI, you know, then more than likely, you on your way out, man. Okay. It says, and a man shall desire to go into a city and shall not be able, for because of their pride, the city shall be troubled, the houses shall be destroyed, and men shall be afraid. And a man shall have no pity upon his neighbor, but shall destroy their houses with a sword and spoil their goods because of a lack of bread or food. And that bread goes talking about food, and for great tribulation. So it's gonna be great tribulation. People gonna be dying left and right. It's gonna be a lack of food. People going to start taking what they want, man. You know, whatever you got, they coming to get it. And this is why you're gonna need YAHAWASHI and YAHAWASHI on your side. The Lord's gonna take care of us, but for everybody else, they're gonna be in trouble, man. Okay. Verse 26, for the Lord knoweth all them that sin against him, and therefore delivereth he them unto death and destruction. A lot of you people are being delivered unto death and destruction, man. And you don't even realize, you don't even see what's going on. You are being delivered to death and destruction. The Lord has caused all these things to come to pass so that ultimately a majority of people on this earth are going to be destroyed. Majority of y'all ain't right, so y'all got to go. It says 27, and now are the plagues come upon the whole earth, and ye shall remain in them. So these plagues are going to come upon the whole earth, and the Lord's going to leave you there. He's going to cause you to suffer in those plagues, man. He ain't going to give you nowhere. He ain't going to make it easy for you. He's going to leave you there and cause you to remain in them. For the Most High shall not deliver you because ye have sinned against him. And this is why he got his prophets out there, man, telling you to repent, telling you to seek YAHAWASHI and YAHAWASHI. But what does Jake do? Nah, they don't want to hear it, right? They don't want to hear it. So let's hear about some of these plagues. Verse 49, I will send plagues upon thee, widowhood, meaning your men are going to be killed. You know, your husbands are going to be just destroyed. You women out here dating these, you know, you want to date the ballers and the scammers and the drug dealers. Them niggas going to die. Them niggas going to get picked off early, man. Okay, and it's going to be a plague upon you. When you have no husband, you have no man to take care of you and your child, what are you going to do, man? What are you going to do? You're going to be hunted. People are going to want to, you know, abuse you and eat your child. Widowhood, poverty, famine, which means a lack of food and bread, when we told you. Sword, violence and pestilence. So this pestilence is leading to all this, man. To waste thy houses with destruction and death. The house is going to be wasted with destruction and death, man. Wake up. You can't see what's going on yet? Verse 56. Like as thou hast done unto my chosen, saith the Lord, even so shall the Most High do unto you, and shall deliver thee into mischief. So this is going into you heathens, man. You heathens, as you done to the Most High and his people, and it's going to be done unto you. Thy children shall die of hunger, and thou shalt fall through the sword. Thy city shall be broken down, and all thine shall perish with the sword in the field. They that be in the mountains shall die of hunger, and eat their own flesh and drink their own blood, for very hunger of bread and thirst of water. Thou as unhappy shalt come through the sea and receive plagues again. These plagues are coming back, man. You're going to receive these things over and over again. The Lord going to jack you people up, man. The Lord got something in store for you wicked ass people, man. Okay? You Babylonians. All right? And all over the world. All over the world it's gonna be bad, man. Ain't gonna be no more chicken, no more poultry, no more meat, no more bread, no more eggs. No more they're killing all the crops. Ain't gonna be no more vegetables, no more fruit. And like people are gonna starve to death. You're gonna have to revert to eating your own flesh, drinking your own blood, and your own children's flesh and blood, man. It's about to get nasty out here. And as men of the Lord, all we can do is warn you. All we can do is warn you. Okay, the Lord commanded us to go out here and prophesy and teach to warn you. Whether you hear or whether you forbear, our job here is done. Shalom. Call halal, YAHAWAH, BAHASHAM, YAHAWASHI, BAHASHAM, QADASH. The water YAHAWAH strength me spirit through this lesson. I pray this was edifying to the whole elect. And on to the next one. Shalom.